Under the watchful eye of the Shard and also of the Southwark area of London, we go south of the Thames, and we've gone in search of here. This, as it's quite conveniently said on this street lamppost, is Isabella Street. So, not mean anything to you? Well, how about this? Let's go for a walk down, and under these railway arches, which come in and out of Waterloo East, which is literally just around the corner, you have a whole series of restaurants tucked away and hidden behind this beautiful foliage. So, if you're coming to South London, especially if you're going anywhere near the Old or the New Vic, which is just around the corner, and by the way, we'll be going down the Cut in just 1 second, which takes you to there, which is another little area of South London you might well want to visit, then there's a whole wide selection of foods down here, which are open every day and every evening as well. So, all you need to do is go online, put in Isabella Street, Southwark, or Isabella Street, South London, and it will bring up all of the different types of restaurants that you can go down. But just look how well camouflaged they all are. So you can either sit inside, or as you can see here, underneath these lean-tos, you can sit outside and enjoy your food as well. Getting here is really easy. You can either go to Waterloo East Station on the overground, or alternatively you can go to Waterloo Station, or you can go to Southwark Station. And Southwark Station is literally just under that large building you can see there. Yep, that's how close it is. So it's really easy to get to. So not only have you got places you can eat, you've also got a delicatessen as well. So it's well worth taking a trip inside. Now if you're thinking, oh, we can't see that clearly because there's lots of foliage, just think how well camouflaged it is if you're sitting there and you're eating as well. And there you go, you've got a wide cross section. Now what I would say is these restaurants get very busy when the theatre is on, because people come here, especially on Friday and Saturday nights as well. So if you're thinking of coming down here, you've got a particular restaurant that you fancy, or you've looked something up, make sure you book a table just to be safe. Okay, we're going to go from here, Isabella Street, underneath the arches, and we're going to go literally round the corner, no more than a 30-second walk, and this is the Cut, and this takes you almost from Southwark Station down this little road here where you've got lots more places that you can eat. Yeah, I think you're getting the theme of this video, aren't you? And it takes you up towards the Old Vic, which is right near Waterloo Station. So it's really funny because this is an area I hadn't discovered until fairly recently, and that's when Joe and myself went to the Old Vic to go and see a performance at the theatre there. And we thought, where can we eat? And we found these whole series of restaurants down here and ate in one of these, which actually the food was gorgeous. So a little bit of history about here. Lower Marsh, which is just around the corner, and the Cut formed the commercial heart of this area from the early 19th century. Now Henry Mayhew estimated that in the 1840s that 300 costermongers attended the market here. He described the scene in his work London Labour and the London Poor. So this is the Young Vic behind this metalwork here, and you've got the entrance in, and the Old Vic is just down the road. Now if you're thinking, what's a costermonger that I've just mentioned? Well, it's a street seller of fruit and vegetables in British towns, and the term actually comes from the words costard, which is a medieval variety of apple, and monger, which is seller, and later became to use to describe hawkers in general. So whilst you've got mainly restaurants, as you can see, you've got bookshops and you've got other things down here as well. And of course, right at the end, you have this, which is the Old Vic Theatre, which has been here since the 1700s. So Lower Marsh seems to still have a market, and that's just further on beyond here. But the market back here on the Cut continued until the 1950s, when the street was sort of redesignated as a cut-through between Borough High Street and Westminster Bridge Road, and all the traders moved to Lower Marsh at that point. So with a complete mix of different types of restaurants here, and also in Isabella Street, it's definitely a foodie's area. So actually if you fancy come to try different things in London, this without doubt is definitely one of those places to come down to. And of course you can always pop into the Young Vic and look, see they've got the bar all set up there, and you've got a great view across the Cut itself here in South London. So have you been down to this area and have you been to any of the restaurants? And if you have, do let us know in the comments down below, because it'd be not only great to see your comments and what you think about this area in general, but also which places you've been to, which you can suggest. So when I go back, ready-made restaurant critic, ready to go and try your food specialities. Excellent. So here we are, South London. If you're coming down to the Old Vic, this is literally just around the corner. Again, another one of those hidden places in central London. Now, one of the places I love to go to is a place called Seven Dials Market, which is right bang near Seven Dials and also Covent Garden. So if you fancy eating when you're in central London, why don't you try this place out? And there's a link to that up in the top right-hand corner.